People who pooped on the bathroom floor in high school, why? Okay, so, there I was in computer class. We're on Mavis or whatever that thing was that teaches you how to type efficiently. Computer was our last class of the day, then we could go home. Well, that morning, I was just not feeling well. I was the typical faker, and would say I'm not feeling well to my parents time and time again and pray they wouldn't take me to school. But I felt like shit. Dunno why, or what caused it, but I was genuinely sick to my stomach and felt like barfing all day long. So, my parents tell me to use the restroom, maybe I'll feel better afterwards. I went, and nothing came out, mostly due to me being a little anxious at the time. I'm anally retentive, meaning I pucker my anus as much as I can and refuse to poop anywhere that isn't my toilet at home, partly because anxiety, partly due to me being a mild clean freak. This makes long car rides and airplane travel extremely difficult, and requires me to eat very little before traveling. Anyway, I digress. So, around lunchtime, I decided to have some pizza. Pizza day happens once a week, and it's 50 cents a slice, so I was like, why not? I'll gorge a little. After lunch comes PE, which I resented so much. Who designed our schedule to allow a bunch of full, sweaty kids to eat and then right after, play some football? Always pissed me off the way our schedule was set up. Anyway, come PE, and I'm like, waddling as to not poop myself. I had an opportunity to go use the restroom, but the restrooms were nasty, because sweaty boys plus the pizza poop equals a disgusting aftermath. I went to the restroom, saw the stunned remains of an absolute unit of a turd, which the toilet did not fully eradicate. Went to another stall, just as disgusting as the first. Third was less nasty, but there was something on the toilet seat, liquid, not solid, and just decided to wait till I got home to release the buildup of at least 3 days worth of poop. I should have taken my opportunity with stall number 3. Oh, how I regret that decision. Math and history went off fine. In between those classes and my last class was a break, in which time I decided was a great time to get a snack and a can of Coke. Consumed both quickly and headed upstairs for computer. I sat down, and immediately the urge hit me. I waited. And waited. And waited. Class started, and we were to do our assignments. We were allowed to do them unmonitored, as she was super lax and didn't care. We could literally cheat and she wouldn't care. I was naturally good at typing, thanks to RuneScape, and finished my assignments. I immediately darted out the class without asking to use the restroom, or with the bathroom pass, which was a big no-no in my school. I had a detention waiting for me when I got back, but I didn't care. I was just seconds away from my poop providing enough thrust to launch me to the stratosphere. I went to the bathroom, and wouldn't you know it, all the stalls are full. So, I did the only reasonable thing I could do. I went to the girls' restroom. I then second-guessed that thought. So now, I was torn. Do I wait? Do I go down the stairs and risk pooping my way to the moon? Do I risk getting caught by a girl in the girls' room? I made a decision to go downstairs, and I could feel it nearly poking out my sphincter. So I ran into the restroom, pulled my pants off and placed them on my bag. I like to poop naked, sue me, and before I sat, I looked. It was the grossest stall of all time. Someone didn't flush. Red alert, red alert. My little 12-year-old brain could not stand the thought of my poop touching someone else's poop, and risking the possibility of the poop splashing back onto my butt. So, I squatted above the toilet seat, and released. My calculations were so exact, that with the force I exerted on my sphincter, and the proximity of my hole to the toilet, that I thought the poop was going to land square in the hole, and all would be said and done. My calculations were off. By a lot. I was a good couple inches from being anywhere close to the toilet. So I sat right in front of the toilet. I went into panic mode. I flipped out. Do I clean it up? Do I let Leguizamo, the school's janitor, clean it up? Am I going to get a detention for this? Or worse, a Saturday school? So, I wiped, put the TP in the toilet, and didn't even flush. I washed and walked out, obviously panicked. I was so self-conscious and anxious at the time, that I sprayed myself down with the choicest body spray around, Axe body spray, to mask the smell of poop that I know would linger around until I showered. I walked out of that stall anxious as could be, and got a drink of water, and went back to class. The next day, an announcement was made before the Pledge of Allegiance, stating that there was a dookie dropped in front of the toilet, and not in the toilet in the bathroom across the computer lab. For some reason, I felt proud of myself. I wasn't caught, and I'm sure Mr. Leguizamo was the one who cleaned it up.